How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's your summer been?
Rated out of 1 out of 10.
Sure.
Like a 7.5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
1 out of 10.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Fair
Just
enough.
around that.
Why not a 1?
Oh man.
What has it been like for you watching everything unfold? I mean, it's been a crazy offseason.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching Survivor and like seeing who gets voted off the island or something. Yeah, that's kind of what it's been like. So a little bit dramatic, a little bit of anxiousness, but there's a lot of things I couldn't control. So, at the end of the day, I couldn't change anything about it. So I tried to, find peace in that.
There's still some uncertainty going into the season. Roster's not done yet.
Yeah.
How do you mentally deal with that?
Again, I look at the situation. What can I control? Can I make a trade? No. But I can be as ready as possible with anything, with whatever the situation is. And that's all I'm focused on. And it's my second year, so super excited not being a rookie anymore and having things under my belt that I've already experienced. So super excited about that.
What a night to have been here. I mean, just have the summer, you get to do training camp, or you get to do summer league, and now you get to do full training camp. You used to get to do a lot of.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And not being the new kid on the block and knowing how routines go and like, the chef at the thing, like just knowing those simple things are just builds confidence for me. And, can't wait.
You weren't super happy with your summer league, I think it's fair to say.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you've done in the last couple of months to kind of bounce back?
Honestly, just worried less about trying to prove a certain play type of like who I am, and just more focused on doing the things that I know I can do well, and just kind of living in that and not trying to be a certain kind of player. Obviously, if the coach tells me we need to work on something, that's a different story. But trying to put out this type of player is something I try to stray away from.
Do you think that that makes it sound like you were trying to kind of be something that you weren't, or trying to like prove something?
Yeah, prove something. Yeah, that's what it was. And trying to live and not trying to prove anything. Yeah.
That trying to prove that you're a point guard, and we talked about kind of developing the like.
No, more so like just like I want to be an all-star by year 2, like you know what I mean, and just like trying to prove that I'm just the worthy of whatever that is, and like that's why I want to stray away from that, because I was trying to prove something that I kind of didn't have a exact identity on. So I'm just trying to play to win, and play to have fun.
What's the second year look like for you in terms of what your individual growth and your growth within the organization is?
What is that going to look like?
Yeah.
I think, well, at least my expectation is I want to be heavily relied upon from the team. Late game, middle of the game, beginning of the game. That's my expectation.
I think you're like the 4th longest tenured Jazz player now. Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel
4th longest team.
right? It's like Mike and Jordan Clarkson.
And then me and then Doak, yeah.
And then you're the oldest.
Yeah, so it's nice going from rookie to 4th longest 10-year Jazz player. Yeah. So like I said, I kind of held on before. It's just being in the NBA for a year and then having that experience, and now everything's not new. Like it's like in the Big 12, we used to play a round of all the teams and then play them again. It's like the second time around, it's a little bit better. Yeah.
It's not new, but a lot of things are new this year.
Right.
What is kind of the difference between like even the OTAs with this young group versus last year even with the veteran group?
Honestly, I think the timelines where people were at in their careers, it's just like a big difference between the kind of conversations we have to the overall vibe in the gym. It's just a different vibe, and I think that's gonna help us because I feel like we're all in the same kind of boat, like between 2 to 3 or 2 to 5 years span of like in the NBA. So everybody's still trying to make their way, pave their way in the league. So
would you say different is better?
I guess we'll see. I don't know.
Who among the new guys have you kind of gotten to know at this point?
Talon, pretty well. Ochai, pretty well. And Walker, he sits right next to me in the practice facility. So, yeah, those three guys.
What are your impressions of them?
Walker is like such like a country kid, like, you know, like Indiana, like, you know what I mean? Like Alabama type guy, but I like him a lot. Talon, cool guy. He's actually kind of like a teddy bear type guy. And then who did I say?
Ochai?
Ochai reminds me a lot of me. Me coming in the league, being a nice guy, always smiling, and like doing whatever anybody says to do. Like that's so I kind of relate to him in that way. And he won a national championship. So. Yeah.
Had to get that in there.
Yeah.
I mean, Walker did say he went to the BYU Baylor game with you too. And
Yeah.
I guess that was on something too, but obviously that didn't go well for
Didn't.
your point of
It didn't.
view.
Did not.
What was that experience like with him, and was that another kind of get to know you kind of?
Yeah, one of those experiences. Yeah. The game was fun in general, so that was cool. And just like spending time with him, you know, we had to sit in awkward silence sometimes, and you know, talk about, you know, whatever was going on, where we're gonna live, or where he's gonna live in Salt Lake City, stuff like that. But yeah, it's just nice doing things like that.
It was weird to have like a teammate hang out. Be like that publicized.
It's not weird anymore, but I think it gets weird when like we're like looking for the cameras. Like that's when it gets weird, but I think we all just kind of know cameras are always on, so it gets weird when we're like looking for cameras to like show us hanging out or being best bros. Like that's kind of weird.